that sounds expensive. Nothing. Fuck. It is day 22. I'm a bit stranded at the moment. I came after the gym to this parking lot that I come to write and work on my YouTube stuff. And when I was going to leave, I tried to turn over my starter and it wouldn't turn over. The battery was pretty corroded, and I've had a couple mechanics over the last 2 years say it needs to be replaced eventually. So I got a new battery, and $190 later, it's still not starting. From troubleshooting it briefly, I feel like it's going to be something related to the starter, even though that was replaced a couple years ago. And it's Sunday, so calling a mechanic isn't exactly going to be the easiest thing in the world. A lot of them aren't open today and tomorrow. It also means possibly having to get some kind of an Airbnb or hotel situation, unless I can find a way to get this towed to a mechanic's shop and then just sleep in my van until the morning. This could end up costing a big chunk of money, and worse if it takes them, if it takes like 3 to 5 days for them to repair. Airbnbs in the summer in Vancouver aren't cheap, and hotels are basically out of the question. The actual question for me is whether I should buy a tent at Canadian Tire or something and just kind of find a way to, just camp in the bush, I guess. If it's the difference between $500 in Airbnbs for a week, I think I'm in the position where that makes the most sense for me. I was hoping to get 6 9-hour days in a row, have 54 hours for the week, be way caught up on the challenge, and then do a day trip to Seattle, watch a Mariners game, drink a few coffees, film some new footage for the Java Journeys episode that I took there, make a newer, better one. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be very likely right now. If this costs even $500, that's more than double what that trip would cost. I'm going to be struggling to get hours today in terms of any kind of productivity. I don't really want to leave my vehicle here unattended with all the stuff that I have in it. So I'm going to call a few mechanics up, see if I can't get someone that'll take it either sometime today or have a place where I can tow it for tonight and hopefully sleep there. Yeah, this sucks. This is, to the person who was talking about how there's no risk in taking this path, this is exactly the kind of thing that was part of the risk. I have an older vehicle and repairs can happen at any time, and I don't have a ton of money for a buffer to deal with this kind of thing. Yeah, this path isn't risk-free, and I don't understand why someone would think it is. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to try to scramble on this, and I'll probably update this later tonight when I have a better sense of the whole picture. All right, it's the next day. I was lucky enough that the place that I brought my van to was able to let me sleep there overnight. This morning, they let me use this loaner car, but they just phoned me and told me that my starter can't be rebuilt and it needs a new one instead. So the cost was initially about $1,000, and that's going to bump it up to some higher number now, unfortunately. And it's a pretty big financial hit, unfortunately, but it definitely could have been worse. There's a lot of good things that happened out of this. First of all, I was parked in a parking lot that doesn't charge for parking and that's not busy. So I could actually go to the store, get myself a new battery, try that. I could wait here for the tow truck. I wasn't paying $5 an hour to park somewhere. I wasn't on a road where I'm blocking traffic or anything. And I wasn't in Seattle. If I went to Seattle and then came back and had to fix it, that would have been a lot worse. If I got to Seattle and I couldn't get it fixed and I had to not only pay hundreds of dollars for Airbnbs, but also not be able to play poker there because of the laws they have, it would have been far worse. So I'm thinking about those kind of things today. This sucks. I, for the second month in a row, am kind of getting behind on my bills, even though I'm playing more poker this month, even though my hourly is good. Having a probably $1,500 setback is not something that I can just kind of handle reasonably, unfortunately. Yeah, but what are you going to do? I feel like a lot of what I'm doing these days is just trying to build myself runway to keep this going until the YouTube stuff can catch up, until I get enough YouTube views across my different channels so that I have a decent audience. And it's tough because some of my fixed bills right now cost a good chunk of money, and the amount of money that I had to take out of my poker bankrolls to do this, to pay this cost, means that I'm going to be playing lower stakes on 3 of my poker sites, which means I'm going to make less money per hour over, however many weeks it takes to get me back up in bankroll. And truthfully, if one more expense like this, like if this, if it needed a new transmission or something, I'm kind of screwed. At that point, I'm pretty much going to have to just abandon this challenge and try to find some kind of out-of-town remote job where I can sleep in a camp and keep my costs down, because those kind of places generally provide you with food and stuff. But that's 12-hour days for 2 weeks in a row and then a week off or a few days off. It's definitely not what I want to do. So I'm looking at this like I'm building runway to keep this thing going. Hopefully the cost of the new starter isn't too much more than it already is, because this place is taking cash only, and I really would hate to have to take more than even 100 or 2 more off of my poker bankrolls. It's stressful. This is a stressful time. I wish I didn't have a van that had such high mileage, and that, this is not going to be the last time that this thing needs a repair, but hopefully it's the last time for a little bit. Anyways, no new subscribers today. We got 4 hours of YouTube done. I did about 2.5 minutes of my next baseball video. And I'm just trying to look at this from a positive perspective and not just get too down just yet. So anyways, that's all I got for today. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.